So it's gonna be workout vlog number 2. So the exercise I'm doing right now is called Hindu push-ups, and these push-ups are way harder than normal ones because they're very functional. If you can't tell that already. So I had a friend tell me, "Yeah, your shoulders are looking small," and of course, me and this friend go back and forth and talk shit all the time. So I didn't think nothing of it until I opened the camera on my phone and then I was looking. I was like, damn, maybe my shoulders did get small, you know? And it had me thinking, I'm so happy he told me that because you need friends to tell you when you're slacking. And I can tell I haven't been slacking at all because I've been very consistent in my training. But I'm starting to wonder if that's just a delusion of mine. Because as I can see, my shoulders aren't really small, at least not for my body type. But at the same time, I think about it, and I'm wondering, he could have been saying that just to fuck with me, or he actually meant it, you know? And that's the part that I kind of am a little bit worried about. But at the end of the day, I do train very vigorously and very consistently, because personally, I don't think that's small. And as you can see on this one too, like you can see the definition, you can see it. So they don't look small to me, especially from that angle. But it made me feel like I had to train shoulders today. I had to. I had to. And now that I'm here training shoulders, it's hilarious. Because him making a simple joke made me believe that my shoulders were actually lackluster. And that goes to show you that maybe I don't have 100% confidence as I thought I did. But I wouldn't call that a bad thing. Because of a joke, and because of me not wanting that joke to become true, I decided I wanted to train shoulders today. Honestly, I don't think this is a bad thing. I really don't think so. He'll call me a skinny bastard, and I'll call him a fat fuck. And at the end of the day, that's the homie, and I would go to war behind this fat ass. But yeah, again, there's a lot of because there's Hindu squats, there's Hindu push-ups, and there's even that thing where you hold it and then you like, I forgot what those are called, but I'm thinking about getting those too. Because again, our goal when it comes to training is to be as dangerous as possible. Because there's no point of being built like a boulder and not move like a ballerina. You feel what I'm saying? You want to have a very strong body. But at the end of the day, we want to move graciously, very graciously. So as we get back, because I was doing 3 sets of 20 Hindu squats, and I'm on my last set 20. So this probably might take me like 3 minutes, maybe 5, depending on how long I rest, because I took a bit of a rest period. Talking about that. Woo! Come on. Now we got 10 more. Okay. So, I remember one time, this was a minute ago, and I was training. And I was like, yo, I'm going to have to keep training until the day I die. Because there's no way I would give up this. Because, of course, training hurts. And it's supposed to. But it's something about it that's just beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like you're moving the body. The body has the ability to change and become resilient and strong. But that's up to you, you know? Some people were born with a strong body. Some people weren't. Me, I was born with a strong body. But that could have easily withered away if I didn't take account of my strengths and not used my strength to the fullest capability. Because I've always been strong since I was a baby. And it's very easy for me to put on muscle. Very easy. So what I'm trying to do now is, yeah, I want to get a bit bigger, right? I don't want to get too big because I like this ideology of Bruce Lee. He liked a lot of isometrics. What isometrics do is they tire out the first muscle, and then the little muscle fibers that don't get hit when you do isolation training like bicep curls, they get worked on. And so basically what happens is more muscles in your arm get worked. So it's like a compact of muscles. So a smaller build, but far stronger because of isometric strength. And I'm a big person on isometric strength because I started off with when I first started working out, it was weights, and then I stopped for a little bit, and then I switched to calisthenics. I was strictly a calisthenic person, and then I started doing weights and calisthenics. And now I noticed that I want to get a little bit more into calisthenics more. So that's something that's really, really, really interests me because I've gotten into martial arts. I got it in the weapons training, and when I see how fast you have to move, it's like it makes me happy that I didn't take the route of a bodybuilder because there's some bodybuilders out there that are phenomenal at their movement, phenomenal. But it just made me thank myself for, you know, building a body that could move but also be very strong. Because I was a firm believer when I was younger that the bigger your muscles were, the more fights you'd win, which is not the case at all. Because you can get shot down, you can get your ass beat by somebody way smaller. That's why I do martial arts and weapons training. Let's do these last 10, and then we're going to move on to the next exercise, which is going to be lateral shoulder raises. We're going to take a little break. Yes. Woo, okay. Now that those are done, I'm going to bring you up here a little bit more. Woo. I'm not gonna lie, that shit hurt. I can't even flex right now. My shit feel all type of. But you gotta let it wiggle. My shit feel so goddamn tight. Oh my god. Okay. So if we look at my shoulder, let's shine a little bit more light on myself. Shoulder don't look bad at all. Especially the deltoid. Oh my god. Especially the deltoid. So again, my shoulders aren't small, but it's just that word from that one person that really, really just pushes you. Because I work out with him, I train with him, I spar with him. So if he says something looking small, or he says I'm not keeping up with something, then that motherfucker mean it. Because I've kicked his ass, he's kicked my ass, I outlifted him, he outlifted me. It's a it's a friendly rivalry. It always has been. So if anybody was to say anything about my body, I would listen, but I wouldn't listen. Because if you don't do the things I do, you can't tell me what to do. There's like, it's not that you used to do it, but if you've never done it, if you've never ever done it, right? Like, here's what I would recommend. There's always room to improve. And you should listen when people are trying to help you out. But if somebody doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, don't listen to that at all. If you were working out and an old woman came and corrected your form, you'd be like, oh, this is an old lady. What could she possibly know about training? And then she gets annoyed, but okay, if you don't want to correct your form, fuck it. Turns out that this woman was a Mr. Olympia champion, Mrs. Olympia champion 6 times in a row when she was your fucking age. And you just missed out on the best advice because you couldn't keep your fucking mouth shut. And now you've missed out on the best advice that you would ever get from a motherfucking professional. Right? But it's hard to know who to listen to and who not to listen to. So I just say, if it makes sense, listen to it. If it doesn't, don't. I mean, at the end of the day, it's your ears, and you're going to listen to whoever the fuck you want to listen to. At the end of the humble day, like, I remember, shit. I remember I had this one dude, right? He, I was in Walmart, and it's happening like last year? And he asked me, did I do martial arts? I'm like, yeah, how'd you know? He was like, well, I seen you before and you were practicing. And I'm like, you seen me? Because I practice on the side of my house. So for you to see me, that means you'd have to be in my neighborhood. And I've never seen this cat a day in my life. And he said he used to train with Chuck Norris and shit like that. So me, I don't I don't know if he did or not. So I just listened to him talk to see if I could, like gain anything. Because if one thing I love is getting advice from old people. Like my dad would give me a lot of advice. He think I don't listen, but I do very often. Uh, and I listen to old people, and I'm like, all right, that sound dope. That sound cool because they be telling me about their past experiences when it comes to certain shit. Like, he said he used to train with Chuck Norris. He said he used to train with Superfoot Wallace, and I was like, no shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, you must be bullshitting. And again, I don't know if he was bullshitting or not, but damn, that's too heavy. But again, if he wasn't bullshitting, well, I just ran into a person who used to train with Superfoot Bill Wallace and Chuck Norris. You know, last time I went to the flea market, uh, I met these old dudes, and they was cool as fuck. I just got done buying my guitar amp. Got that bitch for $70. 70. Stick worked perfect too. Good, nice ass amp. And I spent like 15 minutes talking to these two old dudes. And they was giving me hella advice about guitar and shit. And he said something that dawned on me. He was like, you know, you gotta listen to what people are saying because you never know who you're talking to. You never know what they know. And I was like, God damn, old man, you absolutely right. You never know who the hell you talking to. Never know who the fuck you're talking to or what they know. That's why it's kind. That's why treat people with respect, no matter who they are, right? Because hey, you could bump into a girl, right? Boom, and she says, you bump her over and you look at her, and you just walk past, right? You don't even help her up, and you're going inside the store. You go to come out the store, and there's 50 motherfucking G wagons and big body Benz with Mexican cartel motherfuckers that got automatic machine guns and bazookas aiming out the window with 20-inch machetes looking for your ass. And she says, hell, there he is. That's the man who bumped me over. It's GG's for you. You're gone. You're done. You're out of there. But if we flip the script and you knock the girl over and you picked her up, you say, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I should have watched where I was going. Is there anything I could do for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you dust her off a little bit. She might really fuck with that. You might go into the store. You might come back. 50 motherfuckers in G-Wagons and big body Benz. This time, maybe saying thank you. Maybe their daughter found you cute and she want to date you now, and you're going on a date. And it's like different scenarios. Like, it may sound stupid and so far fetched, but it's a big ass world. Anything can happen, honestly. Anything. So let me lower the weight on this. Oh shit, I just lost. Oh no, I didn't hear this. That's one thing that really that's one thing that I've always been like really, really, really fascinated about. It's like the cartels and shit and the drug bosses and shit like that. Not because I wanted to join or anything like that, but they got some real ass like movement. And it's crazy because they will chop your ass up within seconds. And it's crazy because do you know what type of mindset you have to be in to chop a motherfucking head off? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you really have to chop a motherfucker's head off. Like, you're used to cutting yourself with a knife when you're chopping up food, and you get blood, and you disinfect it, and you got a band-aid. You gotta watch a motherfucker from your crew chop off another motherfucker's head. That this no, like, I feel like when you join that life, you're human, of course, but you have to become a monster, because I guarantee you some of those dudes don't even want to do that. But if they don't do as they're told, then they're going to be the ones getting their head chopped off. So it's kind of you have to be a monster to survive in a world full of devils. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy. I, but see, that's not the part that I was fully interested in, because I like assassins and shit, and like hitmen, not because of what they do, but because of the skills that they acquire and how they're able to handle weaponry and themselves. So they always had me interested. Like, what type of skills do they learn? What makes them so professional when it comes to combat? When it comes to war? What type of skills do they learn? What type of weapons do they use? How do they get down? How do them motherfuckers get down? And it's just such. It's so much. Like like the government assassins. Like, how they? What type of skills are they? Let's say the highest assassin, hand to hand combat, the highest, most deadliest assassin. How many regular people could he take out? Could he take out 100 people in a row? Like, of what type of person are they? What type the skills? It's the skills, man. How good is their situational awareness? And it's just so fascinating to me because a motherfucker that you walk by in the store or on the street or even in the McDonald's drive-thru could be a top assassin. You wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't even know it. It's so crazy to think about it like that. When I was younger, I wanted to be an astronaut. Then I wanted to be in the NFL. And then I wanted to be a hitman. Then I wanted to be a motherfucking hitman. Now, of course, me being young, you don't really understand what you want to be, right? Or who you want to become. Because you don't have to be just one thing. You don't have to become just one thing. You know what I mean? But being young and stupid, I didn't know. Like, I knew if I was going to be a hitman when I was younger, I was going to be able to wear night suits and have cool guns, and I was going to fight bad guys. But my younger self never took into account, what if I am the bad guy? You know, what if I'm hired to kill a man in front of his wife and children? That makes me the bad guy. You don't understand that when people say, "Oh, I'm going to kill you," no, they won't, because they don't understand the depth of taking somebody's life, whether you're in the right or whether you're in the wrong. Because let's say, cause I live with my father. Let's say somebody pointed a gun at him and they shot him in the shoulder. I always carry knives around. I always carry knives with me. I would not hesitate to slash that motherfucker's throat instantly. I would not be afraid to kill that person. Now, would it still fuck me up mentally? Yeah, but I would do it. I would take their life instead of having, my father's life being taken. But what if that person didn't do anything to you? What if you don't know this person? And then you have to go and you have to kill him and you have to leave. You know how fucked up that is? You have to kill a person you don't know because you were told to. And that's why I could never be a hitman. Now, would I want the skills of a hitman? Yeah. But would I ever want to become one? Fuck no. That's not something that interests me anymore. Only the skills. But if you're new, welcome back. I mean, if you're new, welcome in. If you're not, welcome back. Come in, put your suits on, grab your swords, knives, and guns. Where do you think I got that from? When I call you guys cavalry, like a motherfucking house full of hitmen. Tell somebody you appreciate them. Whew. Oh shit. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Without further ado, this video is over. Thank you for tuning in. 100 subscribers. Oh, wait, what? 100 subscribers coming soon. Whew. Oh shit.